What is a soft reboot? I define it like a piece of media that has been well known in the public eye for a long time, but one event makes it just as popular as it once was. Whether it's a movie franchise returning after years with familiar faces, or a sequel that maybe is ignoring some things that happened after the last critically acclaimed property. Now you are probably thinking, soft reboots probably can't happen in pro wrestling. But what if I told you one character seemingly closed the chapter on his story, but years later came back to a new show and created some of the greatest story arcs of his career? Yes, I'm talking about the icon Sting. I'm Ace from Shockwave Sports, and this is why Sting is the greatest soft reboot in pro wrestling history. Sting was arguably the heart and soul of WCW. Much like Undertaker in WWE, Sting never left and had this great loyalty with the company. All the way up till the very end when he wrestled Ric Flair on the last episode of WCW Nitro. That night, it was publicly announced WWE now owns WCW. A lot of WCW stars had these big guaranteed money contracts. So that meant guys like Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Goldberg, and yes, even Sting can sit home and collect money. During this, people kind of expected Sting would just go to WWE like everyone else eventually did. But Sting said there was one moment where that all changed. Former WCW star Booker T shows up on WWE TV and goes face to face with The Rock, only for The Rock to say, "Who are you?" This annoyed Sting enough where that was a major contributing factor why he did not sign with WWE at the time. Eventually, he made his debut in TNA, Total Nonstop Action, a new pro wrestling promotion ran by another WCW guy who wasn't going back to WWE, Jeff Jarrett. At the time, this may not have seemed like a big deal, but I think this is the most underrated event to happen in the history of wrestling. Sting choosing to not go to WWE and going to its competition opened so many doors for TNA. Later on, wrestlers like Kurt Angle, Christian Cage, and Jeff Hardy would sign there. Without the support of Sting going there, I don't think it would have given a future company the confidence to be created. More on that company later. Years go by, Sting has had great matches and won world titles in TNA. But let's just say things got complicated in TNA. The problems with TNA in the mid-2010s can fill up an entire video. So let's just say these problems caused a lot of TNA veterans like AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, and yes, even Sting to eventually leave the company. Rumors start spreading Sting is WWE bound. I think a lot of fans were split on it. It was now very public knowledge Sting did not like how WCW guys were treated when they jumped over to the other promotion, so people were skeptical. I was not buying it myself at the time. That all changed at Survivor Series 2014 during the traditional Survivor Series tag team match. Sting walked out to a crazy pop. He Scorpion Death dropped Triple H and helped Dolph Ziggler get the win for his team, defeating Triple H's Authority faction and putting them out of power for good. What a perfect way to bring a legend in. He looks strong and helps a newer talent with a match. That is exactly how you should treat Sting. Oh wait, hold on. So Triple H's heel faction, the Authority, just got their power back like a month later. Oh wait, they were gonna do Triple H versus Sting at WrestleMania. Oh, maybe Sting himself will stop the Authority. Oh wait. Hold on. It just turned into a WWE versus WCW Monday Night War storyline, but it's the year 2015, not 1999. Oh. At least it's Sting's first match, so he will definitely win. Oh wait, hold on. He lost. See, this is the definition of a strange and weird soft reboot. Something happens that makes you question things and it never truly makes sense. Months go by and there is really no Sting stuff happening in WWE. Until all of the sudden at Night of Champions, the stage was set for Seth Rollins versus Sting for the WWE title. What a great story! Sting is trying to capture the one world title he has never won, along with getting revenge on Triple H by putting an end to Triple H's hand-picked champion. Oh, wait. Hold on again. Sting lost. And not only that, he had a serious injury in the match that will most likely force him to retire. Oh. It's WrestleMania 32. Only 1 year after his first WWE match with Triple H, Sting is accepting a WWE Hall of Fame induction, pretty much ending any hope he will have an in-ring return. And he's pretty much waving goodbye to 100,000 people in Arlington, Texas. This is like the ending of a mediocre sequel to your favorite franchise. Yeah, it had some bumps on the road, but at least it ends with a cool moment. But wait a minute. Remember I told you about Sting's debut in TNA, how it was underrated and set off a chain reaction? Well, that chain reaction has led to the creation of All Elite Wrestling, a group of some former WWE guys, but a lot of wrestlers who were able to become stars outside of the WWE bubble, just like Sting. On a cold December night in 2020, AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite was airing on TNT, the same channel WCW was on, and the lights went down, snow began to fall from the rafters, and we see a crow on the screen. All of a sudden, the word Sting is shown on the Tron, and people lose their minds. For the first time in almost 20 years, former WCW broadcaster Tony Schiavone gets to yell, "It's Sting!" as he walks out and makes his AEW debut. Just like what we thought he was going to do in 2014, he teams up with an up-and-coming talent in Darby Allin. Pretty much puts him under his wing, and the guy starts to literally thinks he has wings because he was jumping off ladders and going through tables in his late 50s. He looked rejuvenated, he looked happy, and he looked satisfied. He got to win his 25th championship in his historic career with Darby Allin, capturing the AEW World Tag Team titles. In Sting's final match of his career, he puts those titles on the line against the Young Bucks. Two men just like him, successful wrestlers that did not need the WWE to become one of the most recognized faces in the world of pro wrestling. This is a fantastic final chapter for the icon Sting. He was never the WWE guy, and that's okay. He was the greatest alternative in the history of pro wrestling. He could have retired like a lot of WWE legends, but decided to create a soft reboot of his career. Now he can end things on his own terms. After being an active wrestler for 5 decades, he has inspired so many talents, and even regular people, that can accomplish things on their own if you work hard enough. I was very fortunate enough to grow up in the TNA era of Sting, and got to see him at his best, which was being in the alternative company, and making a change. Thank you, Sting, for all the memories. You are no doubt one of the greatest to ever do it. Woo! Subscribe to Shockwave Sports for more wrestling content. Check out our WWE 2K series on the channel. We will be posting WWE 2K24 content all week celebrating its release. See you all in the next video.